let's discuss this further now with Alexander Keyssar. He is a Sterling Professor of History and Social Policy at Harvard University. Professor, how do you view the results of these midterm elections? We often see it as a referendum on the current presidential administration, and there was a lot of talk leading into it of an expected Republican red wave, which, as we know, didn't turn out. So do you agree with President Biden that this was a victory of sorts for the Democrats?
I think there's no doubt that it was a victory for the Democrats, and it was even somewhat of a victory for Biden. But certainly for the Democrats, I mean, the fact is that Democrats on the whole performed much better than Biden's 44% approval rating would have suggested. I think, as you know, and as is widely known, the normal pattern, although I distrust normal patterns, the normal pattern is that a party in power will lose seats in a midterm election. If that has happened at all, it's been very minimal. So I think it's a victory for the Democrats and for certain issues that the Democrats embrace. And I think it's a serious defeat for a wing of the Republican Party.
Along those lines, what do you think this all means for former President Trump? Do you think Republicans will blame him for the lackluster performance because a lot of the candidates that he backed did not win?
Well, I suspect that there is an emerging schism among Republicans. I mean, we have to remember that although many of Trump's handpicked candidates were defeated, still, millions and millions of people did vote for them, and some of them actually won, particularly in Secretary of State races and in a couple of the other more visible races. But I think that there will be a wing of the Republican Party and among Republican political professionals and politicians who come out of this election thinking that Trump being on the ticket in 2024 and remaining the kingmaker in the party might spell doom for the party itself, and they will look for other alternatives.
One of those other alternatives, could that possibly be Ron DeSantis, who had a very, very big win in Florida? I mean, do you think that he could be the future of the Republican Party?
Well, I mean, I can't read the future much better than anyone else. He certainly looms right now as the leading alternative. But I think it's also the case that if Trump falters in any way, if there's visible discontent with Trump within the party, then other people will get into the race as well. I don't think that other potential candidates will leave it to Ron DeSantis alone. I mean, I think if Trump is not going to be the clear victor in Republican primaries, I think you'll see more people running.
All right, we'll leave it there. Alexander Keyssar joining us from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Thank you.
Thank you.